Welcome back, tennis fans. Sorry we can't bring you a daily podcast update. Instead, this is going to be a preview for tomorrow's action. And there is some massive action as Bastian Facken tweets out, Friday on centre court is going to be stacked. It's going to start off with Carlos Alcaraz Muller. We're then going to have the conclusion of Andy Murray Tsitsipas. Then we're going to move on to the ladies. We'll have Iga versus Martic and end with the big one, Djokovic versus Wawrinka. And this is number 27. These two have played an awful lot of matches. It dates back a long time. We'll go through some of them on this quick news video. But let's just go to the top because you can see we've got a slam champion in every match on centre. And I mean, one of them, 23 slam champion Novak Djokovic. Not bad with a 4 slam champion in Iga now. She's won quite a few of them. And if you've got tickets for centre court, you will be pleased. One thing I do want to mention, because of course I wasn't able to do our daily podcast update because Ben went drinking. He never returned. He got too excited. So it's just me here and I couldn't do a podcast by myself. And that is the fact that I was really disappointed with Wimbledon. The fact that they just did not allow Tsitsipas and Andy Murray to finish their match. There was a curfew on for 11 p.m. due to the local residents of Wimbledon, the wildlife. I mean, get a grip. Get a grip. It's in London, 11 p.m. That is nowhere near late enough. In Australia, I feel like there's no curfew ever. Even in the US Open, it's pretty late. They're playing often until 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. This is ridiculous. It should not be 11 p.m. curfew. I think that is just embarrassing for a city like London, which supposedly never sleeps. Why are we all sleeping at 11 o'clock? Ridiculous. But I'll speak about that, I'm sure, in more detail on other podcasts. And also Andy Murray, shout out to him. He was looking amazing. So good. Steph was amazing as well. It's been an amazing day of Wimbledon, and I will be talking about it, I'm sure, as the week progresses. But this Thursday has been my favourite day of Wimbledon so far. Donovekic doing amazing, Andy Murray as well. And yeah, I'm sure I'll speak about it later on. In this one, though, I want to speak about tomorrow. And most likely it is today when you're watching this video. And we've got a big match between Stan Wawrinka and Novak Djokovic. Djokovic going for history. Stan doesn't do very well against Djokovic. However, let's bring it up because there's some interesting stats. And that is because their head-to-head is 4-4 in majors, with Stan winning 4 of the last 5. It's the first time Wawrinka is in round 3 of a major since 2020 Roland Garros, which of course is so impressive for him. All the injuries, the bad knees, coming back to still play is a massive motivation, just like Andy Murray. And he's here for chapter 27 against Djokovic, who's the outright favourite, going for the first 3 Grand Slams of the year. Does Stan have a chance? I'm not sure if he does, but if anyone can, Stan can. He's proven already he's taken 2 Grand Slams away from Novak Djokovic. This would be the biggest surprise of them all if he can. But the last, out of the last 5 majors they've played each other in, Stan's won 4 of them. So maybe he has the edge when it comes to a Grand Slam. The next one is also quite interesting. This is what Stan had to say after his match. The question was, your next round against Novak Djokovic, you've played each other 26 times. And Stan interrupted there and said, don't tell me the score. He just did not want to know the head-to-head. I'm going to tell you what it is anyway. And that is a sad 20 losses and 6 wins for Stan. So it's not terrible. It's not quite Gaume Monfils levels of one-sided affairs, but still stacked in favour of the world number 1 Novak Djokovic. This is an interesting one because it speaks about one of their matchups all the way back in 2004 in Germany, and they've actually got a head-to-head official match on the indoor carpet. There's not many of these, and they actually have a head-to-head matchup on the indoor carpet. Novak Djokovic won 6-2, 6-3. But I just thought it was interesting to share with you guys that they've played on the indoor carpet if you didn't know. The next one's from Reem, very good journalist, saying Wawrinka, who is through to the third round at Wimbledon for the first time since 2015 and faces Djokovic next. And this is what he had to say. There's zero opportunity to win Wimbledon for me, I think. Hopefully I can make a competitive match. But if you look at recent results, I don't really stand a chance. You got the full transcript there. You can read that if you fancy it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit strange that he's saying all of this. Maybe he's just trying to take the pressure off him. But I think he's a bit of a realist, Stan. I know he always does a lot of hashtags on Twitter, trust the process. And I think he's just pleased that he's playing tennis because he clearly loves the sport. He's got nothing left to prove in the sport. He's still going out there, competing against the very best players, winning matches in Grand Slam. Does he believe he can win this one? Not a chance. He's already said he doesn't stand a chance in winning. Maybe you should never say that before any competitive tennis match or any competitive match of that sort. But I guess he's quite real because do I see him winning? No, I really don't. Let's end it with this one. And this is what Novak Djokovic has had to say regarding the booing of him at Wimbledon. We get it every year. I find it a little bit tiresome. The reason being, I understand not everyone's going to like Novak Djokovic. He does divide people's opinions. However, is there any need to really boo him at Wimbledon? Like, you can't deny he is the greatest player right now. And in the history books, if he ends with the most Grand Slams, it's really difficult to dispute he's not the greatest of all time. Why are we here booing him? Like, just enjoy the greatness. Honestly, even if you're not a Novak Djokovic fan, you're gonna really miss him when he's gone, because to see this level of tennis on a daily basis is phenomenal. I watched a lot of tennis today, but when you watch Novak Djokovic, he just makes everything look so easy and simple. It's an unbelievable natural talent, coupled with an incredible work ethic and hunger and desire to keep winning at the top level. And I'm not his favourite. He's not my favourite player by no means, but he's definitely exciting and a real motivation to keep watching. He also said, they're doing me a favour. The more they cheer against me, the better for me. They wake something up in me that perhaps they don't want to see, a winner. And I agree with him completely. I think if you boo him, he's going to win even more. We saw it with Daniel Medvedev that time at the US Open. Djokovic is tenfold on that. If you boo him, it's going to motivate him, and he's going to end up taking your legs and your soul and then putting his hand to his ear as he wins. He did have some nice things to say about Stan Wawrinka. I don't have the tweet, but he was speaking about how he was a real motivation to him and how he took them 2 slams away from him. And he's still going at 40 years old. That's something he would love to be able to do himself. Let's get to the preview and prediction finale, and we'll get the image of them 2 up. Like I said, the head-to-head's lopsided. 20 wins for Djokovic, 6 for Stan. In Grand Slams, it's 4 apiece. Do I think Stan can win? No, I don't. I think it's going to be straight sets for Novak Djokovic. However, I think we may get a tie-break or 2. And that is being very optimistic on Stan. It may just be the one. We could get a 7-5 in the other, and then a really one-sided third set potentially. But I think Stan has the ability to really push this one far. If he serves well, he's certainly going to have the confidence. If anyone can, Stan can. There we go. That's enough from me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We'll be back to take you through all of the action on this Friday. We'll be speaking a little bit about Thursday because I'm sorry we didn't get a podcast out. Shout out to Andy Murray. Shout out to Donna Vekic. They're doing great and I'm really pleased for them too. And we'll see you very soon on another episode.